What's up guys, it's Nick, and in today's video, I'm going to be diving deeper into an old video of mine, the Rell Seas versus Blox Fruits video. I'm going to be starting a multiple part series on different things that I went over in that video, as well as some new things that I will be expanding more on, because some of you guys didn't agree with me in that video. I won't glaze at all, and I'll just be stating what I think and overall what is better between both games. In today's video, the first part, I'm going to be comparing the Dragon Fruit in Blox Fruits and Rell Seas and their hybrid models, and explaining each of them in depth and seeing which one's better. Let's get started. Starting with the Rell Seas Dragon, the hybrid model. I found 3 clips. This is one is the idle animation. It's when you're standing still with the transformation, and this is huge in the game. It's huge. I don't know how the railroads are going to adjust this or balance this out, and it looks crazy, and not even like in Roblox, it looks like a AAA game model. It looks really nice. It has so much detail, and I love the hands and how the fingers and how they move, and overall, just in general, how it looks. The model's insane for Roblox, and I like how much depth it has with the hand and just everything, and just the chains, the everything. I don't know. It just looks really nice and smooth. The next one's the walking animation. This is also really smooth and really detailed. The chains moving, and as he walks, the feet, the hands, the fingers, the chest, I don't know. But I don't know what's something about it. It just looks really, really nice and really, really smooth. And I just love it so much. So, I don't know. I don't think Blox Fruits is able to compare to this one, but we'll see. The final clip I got is the M1s for the hybrid model. I love how the M1s are different, like punches, kicks, slashes. It's 5 M1s, and I just love how it looks, the smoothness of it. I like how it's fast. They said you can have different M1s, so you can have fast M1s and you can have slow M1s. So this would be really cool looking in both. And it's not just regular slashes like in Blox Fruits. So I really like it, and it's really smooth and detailed. And I like how it's just like he's using the feet and his hands, not just his hands. Again, how are they going to balance this? Because it looks really big compared to a regular player, maybe like 3 meters tall or something. But yeah, it looks really, really nice. And the world is really big, so this would probably fit in the world. But like compared to a regular player, it's going to be huge. The next thing we got is the actual dragon model that I found for Rell Seas. It's flying, and it looks really smooth, and the details look really nice. I like how the tail moves in different directions, and it's not just a loop pattern of one direction moving, if you know what I mean. And just in the head part too, it just looks really smooth, and the head is really detailed. The tail, unlike Blox Fruits, is very nice and smooth. Again, yeah, it moves really nice. You'll get to that one when I get the Rell Seas part, the Blox Fruits part. And yeah, this is a clip of it flying into the sunset from a earlier Rell Seas video. And I love the lighting and everything. That's just a sunset. But the actual model itself, yeah, it still looks really, really nice. And like how it flies, this is how it would look like in the game if it would be flying. So that's what you would see. It is still really big. Moving on to Blox Fruits, the hybrid model. It's definitely not as good as Rell Seas because it's just a player model that is made bigger with some VFX. The VFX are decent, but again, as I'm talking about the model here, I can tell the Blox Fruits devs didn't try as hard for the hybrid model as they did for the actual dragon model. I mean, the model is pretty lackluster compared to the Rell Seas one, and I can tell, yeah, again, they didn't put as much effort into this, and I think it would be much better if they actually made a model like they did for the dragon one. But yeah, right now it's very bad. The idle animation is just a stance, like a monster stance. I get it, you're a dragon, but I think they could have done more with that. It is moving, but it's still not as good as the Rell Seas one, that it has more depth and more, I don't know, the model for Rell Seas just looks better than this one. So I think the model carries too. That's the whole point. The walking is just basic Roblox running, so it's nothing, so it's kind of bad, especially compared to the Rell Seas one where it's actually looking good with the animations and the model. But yeah, it's just regular Roblox running animation, so I hope they fix that one day. It would look much better if it was much better running or walking animations. And the M1s, they're just slashes, the directional slashes. There's 5 M1s. There's right, left, and there's like a combined one. But yeah, it's still slashes, and they don't use as much. It's not as detailed as the Rell Seas one, because the Rell Seas one uses multiple body parts, arms, feet, like different stuff. But this one just slashes, like it's kind of basic. It gets the job done, but it's still pretty basic. But the VFX, they look pretty nice, the moves and stuff. But we're not talking about the moves right now because it wouldn't be fair to Rell Seas, even though it is kind of better. Even though the Rell Seas hybrid M1s don't have VFX, they kind of still look better. The Blox Fruits one, it just slashes, and Rell Seas is definitely more. Moving on to the Blox Fruits Dragon model. For the sake of this video, I'm going to be using the Eastern Dragon because the Western one is different looking. The Eastern one compares more to the anime and the Rell Seas one, so it is kind of fair. The Western one still looks pretty good, but I'm not going to use it. I'm not going to lie, this is kind of looking good. The flying is smooth, but it moves nice. I feel like, to me at least, the flying it's smooth, but in some parts where you turn, it's pretty choppy. And I don't like how it just stands still and doesn't move when you're not flying and you're just standing there in your flying pose. But like, it's really stiff sometimes, and the edges part is not smooth like the Rell Seas one, and it's pretty choppy, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe it's just me, but I don't know. The flying move, where you fly around faster, is just, it's spinning. I mean, it's pretty nice, but I kind of feel like I love the directional stuff for the tail for the Rell Seas one, and just in general how smooth it is. So I'm gonna say Rell Seas is definitely better. Even with no VFX, comparing it to two equally with the models, I would say the Rell Seas one has to take the win here. And yeah, I just think Rell Seas is just better dragon model, hybrid, and regular model. So over the course of the series, I will be keeping points on every single video of the round. Whoever wins each round in each video will get 1 point. And at the end of the series, whoever has the most points wins the entire thing, and just a better game in general, or at least for the topics I did cover. But that's kind of like the entire game because it covers the entire game. Let me know if you guys agree with me in this video or didn't. Leave a comment on what I should compare next between the two games. And if you haven't already, leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell because I'm trying to hit 1K subs by the end of the summer. And I'll see you guys in the next video.